Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the official cast of the SmurfScup Canyon. SmurfScup Canyon edition number 365 is upon us. It is the beginning of August. We are on the 3rd of August to be precise, and that means a brand new map pack, which I briefly played. It will be fun to try to describe the maps, but anyways, as we get back in game now, we will see that everybody is joining as we speak. Everybody's taking time to prepare, play the maps, get a feel for what they're like, and yeah, first Smurf Cup of the month of June, but also the last one before a 2-week break. There will not be any Smurf Cups on the 10th and the 17th of August, with the action coming back on the 24th and the 31st. Don't worry, there will still be Smurf Cup streams by that. So, for those of you who just joined in and do have no idea what the Smurf Cup is, here is the basic rundown. So, the Cup is played in round modes across 7 maps. A map is won when a player reaches a points tally of 180 points or more. All of the points scored by all the players are tallied up to get the final rankings, and the player with the most points wins 6,000 planets out of the 20,000 that are at stake in each week of the Cup. So then, it is 1949-1950, not the year 1950, but let's say 10 to 8 Central European summertime. We are 10 minutes plus whatever is left on the timer of the map we're currently playing until the start of the Cup. So we got quite a bit of time to go. So let's see who's currently joined at the moment. We have, it seems as though we got 16 players for now. We expect a few more to join in the final minutes before the start of the Cup. First of all, we got Laurens from formerly Team Hot Boys. It seems as though he has removed his tag and may not be no longer part of the team. Let me just check if tweak a few things sound-wise. There you go. So then we got Laurens, then we got Morodin, one of the regular top runners from Team THC, regularly battling with the Hot Boys guys such as Laurens, Mebe, and Cloud. Let's see who we got. We got Harse, a founder of Team Smurf and organizer of the Smurf Cup. Alongside him, we also find Mixu, one of the more recent members of Smurf Cup, and also one of my admins. Hello, Mixu. I know he was this one. Then we got Casper from Team Banana. No idea who he is. I have never seen him before. Then we got Holmes from Team What the Fuck. Butifara, one of the map makers who's got featured multiple times in Smurf Cups in the past and now plays this one. Then we also have Seven from Team Door alongside Coco, if I'm not mistaken, or Coco hasn't joined the server yet. We'll have to see. Then we got, let's see, we got Ibo. Yeah, can't go wrong without Ibo. So Ibo, administrator of Mania Exchange, member of mapping Team Way, one of the organizers of the Smurf Cup whenever Hano is not there, and also we got Lex, one of the newly steadfast Smurf members, mostly there to enjoy himself. That's how he puts it, and I absolutely believe him. We also got Timinia from Team Pulse, one of the Guardians of the Asylum that I joined last Thursday to play the TTC, not alone, basically. So yeah, one of these Guardians. Then we got Sidle, French player, which we played, which was there during the afternoon stream, not on vocal, but at least on the server, doing some pretty decent times. Then we got Havana, and so far so good. We also got Krons from France, and one of the members of Team THC, so a teammate of Morodin. And so far, that is pretty much it. So, what we're going to do, since we've got a little bit of time, we're going to take a quick break. It's not going to be long, just a few minutes long, and then we'll be right back with the rest of the cast from the Smurf Cup. Hang tight. And we are back. I just had a bit of a refreshment break, granted myself a sip of water. Anyways, we are back in the game, and we will have 5 minutes plus whatever is remaining on the clock of the map that we're playing now. So this is the end of the warm-up. This is the final map of the warm-up, as decided by Harse. You can see all the maps being juked. So yeah, I haven't actually touched on the map order that we have for tonight. So first up is going to be Symbols from Tired, followed then by Hypothermia from Erizel. Old School from Mebe and React is third, followed then by Mantra by Zombak, which is going to be the halfway map. Then we've got Ziletsia from Racho, Holzheim Express from React, and to close it all off, we've got Don't Text Meet from Vinny. So then, 5 minutes and 20 seconds, 30 seconds left on the clock until we start the cup. Let's see if anyone else joined. We got CC from Team Q, also an administrative member of Team DDE, organizers of the 24-hour road events, and Coco is also in there, finally. I was waiting to see if he would join, and it seems as though he joined, so yeah. Coco from Team Dortuco, originating from France. One of the also one of the surprise contenders. Also one of the contenders that can actually spring a surprise and mix it up with the big boys. So far we only got 18 players. We'll see whether or not we get a few more by the end of the warm-up. So then, Holzheim Express, one of the final. Time Express, sixth, so second to last map of the Smurf Cup from React. Current local record held by Coco with a 48.492, and he also holds the daily main record with the same exact time. A map that is somewhat technical but rather flowy. And I don't really have any other description for the map, because I haven't really played it that much. I would have really to excuse on this, guys, because it's been quite a bit of a whirlwind couple weeks and stuff like that. Coming back from holiday, finding out that I couldn't stream the last Smurf Cup last Saturday, then trying to compensate on Sunday with a stream that didn't really go down too well. Well, technically it worked, but I didn't have any viewership, so that's a bit of a But other than that, yeah, I didn't really take the time to play the Smurf Cup maps. So apologies for any shaky commentary or any shaky map description. That's on my that's a fault on my part. So then, we're just going to be waiting for the cup to start. As we also saw Black Dog joining the server. Black Dog, who has removed the Hype Boys tag, no longer part of the Hype Boys team. Black Dog from South Africa, one of the players that is renowned to be that had to have a lot of potential, but to be pretty mistake prone and crash prone. It was also apparent it was apparent not only in SmurfScup but also during the CEP, where he did do a couple mistakes that ended up costing him and his team dearly. Also, let's see who we got. We got Maxi joining the fray as well. Where is Maxi? I haven't seen him. Oh, there he is. Maxi from Team Smurf, one of my other admins as well. And we also had a few other people. We had Blackwell from Team Q, French driver. And also, yeah, it seems as though we're pretty much gonna see only these guys. We only got 21 players. Maybe some people will be joining. We also got Oliver from Team PDQ, all the way from the Calvados, so the region from Normandy, so the region that's above mine. Other than that, yeah, it looks as though there you go. We see the message from Harse. Small holiday break after this cup, with the next Smurf Cup being on August the 24th. I already touched on this at the beginning of the stream. And yeah, that's pretty much all you can expect. Don't worry, there will be Smurf Cups cast on the 24th and the 31st of August. So we're 45 seconds until top of the hour. And after the, and don't worry, don't forget that we get running after 1 minute and 15 seconds. So at the end of the map, we will get up and running. So then we will just do a little bit of a map check here. That start is actually pretty critical. You see that there's this jump transition right there. There, this little lip. This is what most people will use to initiate their drift and get an auto drift, so to speak. Then they have a completely flowy section. Then it is full speed up there through this jump. That is another. That is also acts as another transition opportunity to initiate the drift down this downhill downhill right-hander. Then snap out into the left-hander. Then initiate your drift in the dirt for this banked corner right there. Fucking mouse. This banked corner right there. Initiate your drift towards the checkpoint line to make it round that corner. Maybe a little bit wide on the exit. Try to avoid kissing the wall. And yeah, I'm just gonna give up the description there because it's kind of going horribly, to be fair. Anyways. We are starting in a few seconds. Good luck and have fun all. Oh, it seems that we had another person joining the server. I haven't seen who he was, but Oliver has left. That's one certainty. Sedloof has actually rejoined. So then, we will start with Tired Symbols. One of the shorter maps and possibly one of the easier maps of the Smurf Cup. And as we see, the current local record is held by Cloud with a 37.355, while the current Daily Mania record is held by Andre from THC with a 37.750. So then, let's actually do something here. There you go. So yeah, there you go, a little bit of upward to promotion done there. So we follow Larens around through this map. Absolutely flowing map. Snap out of in this corner to then get that corner full speed is absolutely possible. You have to be exactly right on the timing to actually get it, but it is possible. Oh, Larens trying to get for the full speed section there in the warm-up, but it didn't actually work out. This one is absolute drift. Ooh, interesting takes on different lines there. Some people will try to get underneath the bleacher cover, whilst others will go to the left side. Will go to the right side of the pole. Then it's a simple right and uphill until the finish line. So then, we're going to be following Maxi for the start of the round in the start of Smurf Cup number 365. As everybody goes underway now, we got someone stuck at the start line. We haven't seen who it is. Let's actually get the names on a little bit. That will be a little bit better to see who gets the whole shot into CP1. Let's actually get the first time, and it is Morodin who gets the whole shot. Let's actually try to follow him around if we can find him. There he is. There is Morodin. Now it is Larens in front of Sedloof. Sedloof taking the lead. It's a really tight battle in the top 5 right there. And it seems as though, who is it that actually taking the lead? It is Coco taking the lead from Larens and Morodin. Morodin taking both of them before the final corner. It is going to be Morodin with the full speed corner who gets the win in the first round following our Coco, Larens, Mixu, Kroons, Ceci, Sedloof, and Harse. And Soka having gone on the other side of the map, and Havana is the one that was stuck at the start line. And it seems as though there will now be no points for both Sokar and Havana. Havana having been forced into spectator, as a matter of fact. Anyway, so Morodin taking the early lead in front of Coco and Larens. Following Morodin for the start of this round. Someone also got stuck in the start again, so let's actually get the names up there. Coco and Larens battling for the whole shot, and it's Coco who gets it by 37 thousandths of a second. Morodin in P4, Sedloof in P3rd. Morodin making a mistake climbing the wall on the exit, and that's gonna make him prey of Holmes, who overtakes him for P5, but Morodin gets back with a little bit more momentum. That's actually trying to follow someone else here. That's actually trying to follow Sedloof. Oh, Sedloof with a really wide line there, and Kroons, meanwhile, has taken the lead, and he's gonna be winning his first round. Kroon's in front of Coco, Larens, Morodin, Sidluf, Harse, Casper, and Holmes. Everybody else having finished their round. And it is Sokar who's stuck at the start line, having not taken part. And Kroon's actually taking the local, I think, making a new Dedimania record with a 37.664. Morodin following close behind with a 692. Both overtaking Andre. And Coco, meanwhile, has taken the lead. 90 points for Coco, 2 points in front of Morodin, and who's himself 2 points in front of Kroon's, which are currently following. Through the first couple corners, into the first checkpoint. This is Holmes who gets the first hole shot in, but he gets it really wide on the exit, and that's going to drop him down a few places. Sedlef, meanwhile, has taken the lead in front of Larens, Coco, Kroons, and Mixu. Kroons trying to get the battle line, trying to overtake these guys, but he still remains in P4 so far, and overtaken by Morodin for P5. One of his teammates has tackled him. Onto the final couple corners they go. The final right-hander, Coco in the lead. Morodin with a bit more momentum. Coco in drift. Who is it going to be in the line? It is going to be Coco by 0.02 of a second, who wins from Morodin, Kroons, Larens, CC, Holmes, Sidluf, and Mixu. Very nice finish. Very, very nice finish indeed. 0.02 of a second separating the top two on this round. And Coco will be extending his lead as a result with 140 points to Morodin's 133 as we head into the potential final round of map number 1, as we're going to be following Butifara a little bit further down the field, currently sitting in P10 with 78 points. Everybody getting away cleanly. Butifara going for a wider line, dropping a lot of, in a few places, but getting a lot of momentum as we see someone having him had a mad crash, as meanwhile Hasa has had the whole shot, but drops down a little bit further back and remains actually in the battle for the top 5, which is interesting. Coco, Sedlef battling in the lead with Morodin and Larens close behind. Hasa actually being overhauled by CC right now. And Hasa making a mistake. Oh, and clouding the wall pretty heavily. Meanwhile, let's actually go back to the lead. Coco versus Larens. Larens in the lead. Into the final corner they go. Coco in the drift with a bit more momentum. Is going to be across the line. And it's going to be Coco who wins and seals the deal. In front of Larens, Morodin, Sedlef, CC, Casper, Blackwell, and Holmes. With 190 points, Coco wins map number 1 of SmurfsCup 365. Hasa, having made a huge mistake, has dropped down well behind the top 10. He clouded the wall on the exit, clipped the wall with just the 2 left wheels, and that sent him in a spin. So then, Coco wins the first map. Second, Morodin with 174 points, and third, Larens with 165. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after map number 1, Coco in the early lead with 190 points. Second is Morodin with 174. Third, Larens with 165. Fourth is Kroons with 145. And completing the top 5 is Sidlef with 138. Holmes is 6th on the 122. CC is 7th, 1 point behind Holmes on 121. Hassa 8th with 104. Butifara and Casper 9th equal with 100 points. From 11th to 18th outwards are Mixu, Timania, 7, Maxi, Blackwell, Aibo, Lex, and Drowning Skies. On to map number 2 then, Hypothermia by Erizel, which is very much a map that when I played it, reminded me, it was so much reminiscent of most of Racho's maps, which is all about momentum conservation and a good flow in the run. So currently the local record is held by Larens with a 49.674, and the current Dedimania is held by Mixu with a 49.845. So then, Coco, having done a pretty strong showing in the first map, will be looking to continue making a good showing and potentially clinch the win in this Smurf Cup right there. After having been off to a strong start on symbols. Let's actually try to check some of the people that have been further in the field. Sokar now have unfortunately missed round number 2 on map 1 since he was stuck at the start line and was not able to score any points. Same goes for Havana, who unfortunately seems to have been left out. Well, yeah, it seems though as it is still in spec. So anyway, we're going to be following, let's see, who we're going to be following. We're going to be following Sokar, so for map number 2. As everybody gets started into this, funneling down into this tight gap. Soka going for a little bit of a drift. Oh, Aibo having had a huge moment. Blackwell and Lex as well. So that's going to be a few places for Soka, who moves up to P15 as a result of that. Larens taking the lead. Let's actually try to follow the leader for a little bit. Being chased and hounded down by Sedlef, as well as Krones and Mixu and Timenia in the top 5. It seems as though Sedlef has done a little bit of a mistake. No, it's going to be Mixu who's going to take the fight to Larens, and Larens with a little bit more momentum pulls up a little bit of a gap. Coco now sneaking on the inside of the Finnish driver. Who's it going to be? That's going to take the advantage. Mixu trying to battle his Finnish his fellow countryman, trying to get into the fight. 700ths of a second separate Coco and Larens. Coco still in the lead. Larens with a better line than Coco. Maybe a little bit more momentum. No, it is going to be over the line. Coco who wins it in front of Larens, Mixu, Morodin, 7, Maxi, Timenia, and Krones. As everybody else finishes their round, Banana P13, CC P12, Utifara 11th, and Holmes into the top 10. Aibo finishing in P15, Blackwell in P14 after a horrendous crash at turn 2. It seems as though everybody finished their round, and yeah, so far the early lead again is Coco with 50 points in front of Larens on 45 and Mixu on 41. Let's actually follow 7 for this round. 7 currently sitting in P5 with 36 points. As we see some people going for rather interesting lines to the banking. Coco getting the whole shot in CP1 in front of Larens, Sedlef, Krones. As we see a huge scrap of 5, 6, 7 cars even battling for the lead. Coco still retaining the lead position in front of Larens. Mixu briefly taking the lead, but he's going to be overhauled by both Larens and Coco. Larens going wide, making a mistake, and that's going to drop him a fair few places. Maybe he doesn't have momentum to make the jump. No, he has, but he drops him down to P9. Meanwhile, Coco in the lead in front of... Oh, Mixu having made a mistake and drops down a few places. Then it's going to be Krones who takes the runner-up spot. Let's actually follow the chaser right here. Into the final corner, it seems as though Coco has enough of a buffer to secure the win of the round. It is Coco in front of Krones, Morodin, 7, Larens, Maxi, CC, and Team Mania. Lex finishing his round. Blackwell P17, Lex P16, Butifara P15. And we also saw a lot of nice times that I actually missed. Coco with a 3rd local record and 2nd Daily Mini record, incidentally, with a 49.852, as we're going to be following Krones for this round. Through the tight gap. Onto the bank turn, as we see someone making mistakes. Many people making mistakes, actually. Krones is going to get a whole shot. No, it is going to be Coco once again. Krones 200ths of a second in behind, but now he takes the lead and battles with his team, with his fellow countryman Coco in the front. So far it is Coco, Krones, Morodin, and Morodin having overtaken his teammate now. Mixu trying to get into the fight into the corner. It is Coco, Mixu, and Krones. The battle is really hotting up between the top 5. Oh, and Coco slowing down dramatically. What is happening with Coco? He's made a mistake, maybe a little bit of an absence, clouding the wall somewhere. I haven't seen it, but that's dropped him down to P5 and even P6 as he got overtaken by Sedlef. Meanwhile, Krones has taken the lead. Will he remain into the final corner? Larens trying to attack across the line. Krones makes a mistake and Larens wins it in front of Mixu, Morodin, Krones, Coco, Sedlef, 7, and CC. What a shame for Krones. He could have picked up the round win, but eventually that little contact with the wall on the inside before the final corner was all it took to make it unravel and drop it down to P4 in the end. Halsa finishing in P14, Lex P15, P13, Casper P15, Sokar P16. Meanwhile, it is still Coco in the lead, but now with only a 5-point advantage compared to Larens. It's going to be an interesting battle between the top 2. Let's actually follow Sedlef for this round. Driving the Loli Palace Canyon Scheme. As we see who's going to get the whole shot. Coco Lex likely to get the whole shot, and he does. With a 9.895, 35 thousandths of a second in front of Sedlef. It is Coco, Larens, Mixu, Morodin, and Sedlef meanwhile. And we got another contender in the mix. It is 7, as well as Timenia joining in the fray as well. Into checkpoint 3, there you go. Coco remaining in the lead in front of Larens. Let's actually see who gets it. Coco this time making no mistakes. Going through the jump, but Larens with a much better line could potentially take the lead there. Let's actually follow the chaser. Even the Or even, let's say, follow the chaser of the chaser. Mixu still remaining in P3, waiting to pick up the spoils if both of them make a mistake. Larens overtaking Coco at the final corner. Across the line, it is going to be Larens who wins it, and it's going to be a tie between Larens and Coco. Both will be on 181 points, and it is going to be a tiebreaker that we're going to have right now. One more round. It is all going to be between Larens and Coco. Who will get map number 2? We're actually going to be following Mixu here, who's always in a prime spot to be able to watch the battle unfold in here. Let's actually see who gets the whole shot. Coco gets the whole shot for 17 thousandths of a second from his teammate 7. 7 taking the lead from Coco into the corner, but Coco with a bit more momentum takes the lead back into CP2. 33 thousandths of a second in front of his teammate now. Coco only needs to finish in front of Larens, and it seems as though Larens is pretty far back. We haven't seen him. Let's actually try to see where he is. He's pretty far down the back. He made a mistake early on, and that could seal the deal for map number 2. He's down in P12. Coco only has to safe it. He only has to bring this one home, and this will be map number 2. Second map out of 2 for the French driver from Team Dortuco. Through the final corners he goes, and it looks like it is a sealed deal for Coco as he takes the round win and the map win in front of Krons, Mixu, Moradin, 7, Sidluf, Timania, and Maxi making an appearance in the top 8. Lex finishing in P16, Holmes P15, Ibo P14, Casper P13, and Tofo R1 has joined a little bit late and will not be able to score points as he had to start with 10 seconds remaining. Coco is claiming that he wasn't ready for that one more round, but he still pulled off remarkably and takes his second map win of the night with 231 points into Larens's 209. As so, we take a quick look at the standings. Coco in first with 421 points in front of Larens on 374, and third is Morodin with 368. We're going to check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after 2 maps, Coco is in the lead with 421 points in front of Larens on 374. Completing the podium is Morodin with 368. Fourth is Krones with 329, and completing the top 5 is Sidluf with 298. Mixu 6 with 294. 7 is 7th with 268. 8th is CC with 259, Timania 9th with 250, and completing the top 10 is Maxi with 238. From 11th to 19th downwards are Holmes, Haxe, Casper, Bootifara, Ibo, Lex, Blackwell, Sokar, and Drowning Skies. On to map number 3, which is Old School from Mebe and React. One of the maps that I enjoyed really well during the practice that I had a little bit earlier in the afternoon stream. Pretty flowy in general, although it has a little bit, of a few quirks that do tend to break a little bit of momentum. Currently, the local record is held by Suram with a 42.375, and the current Daily Mania record is actually an occurrence where the Daily Mania is faster than the local record. The Daily Mania is held by Larens with a 42.274. As we're going to be waiting for the rounds to get started. Sorry a little bit. I'm trying to do a few things for my stream deku. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be going off anyway, so we're going to be following Coco, the winner of the last 2 maps for the first round of round number 3 of map number 3. Here we go then. Everybody getting away cleanly, Sidlef with a bit of an ambitious line, Larens getting into the lead and getting the whole shot into CP1. 15 thousandths of a second in front of the current leader, Coco. Coco now taking the lead into the third checkpoint. 1/10 the front of Larens. Let's actually try to follow him if we can find him. Yeah, there is Larens. Now Larens battling with Coco for the lead once again. Larens having a small advantage over Coco, but it could all be nullified. It seems as though Coco 3 thousandths of a second between him and Larens. That is insanely close as they go into the final couple corners now. Larens with a bit more momentum, it seems. No, with Coco with a better line, potentially. And it is going to be Larens who wins it by 2 thousandths of a second once again in front of Coco, Morodin, Krones, Mixu, CC, 7, and Ibo. Everybody else finishing their round. Lex in P17, Blackwell P16, Casper P15, Tofo1 scoring his first points in P18. And Taika Muna will be able to cross the finish line down in 19th place. So then, after round number 1, it is not going to be Coco, but Larens who gets the early lead with 50 points in front of Coco on 45 and Morodin on 41. It's actually followed Team Mania for this round. As they head into turn number 2, who's going to get the all shot into CP1 in turn 3? It is going to be Larens once again in front of Morodin this time. Half a tenth in front of him, as we see someone making a mistake. Coco now taking the lead from Larens. 1/10 in front of Kroons. It seems as though Larens has made a mistake, and Coco has made a mistake as well. We saw him clouding the wall, and he's dropping back behind the lead pack, and it is Kroons who has taken charge. Meanwhile, let's actually follow the chaser here. Kroons, Morodin in P2, Sedlev in P3, Mixu in P4, Coco a bit further behind. Now Coco went back up to P4, but still some ways back to fight for the lead, and it's going to be over the line. Morodin who gets the win. No, it is Kroons who gets the win in front of Morodin. Mixu, Coco, Sedlev, CC, Timania, and Bootifara. Larens having made a huge mistake. I didn't even see where he finished. He dropped down way behind the lead pack, and thus that will mean he drops down. He only scored 18 points, and he drops down to 5th. Coco moves up to 3rd, and meanwhile Kroons takes the lead with 88 points in front of Morodin on 86. Let's follow Morodin for this round. Into CP1, Door Coco gets the lead. CP2, Coco remains the same. Coco now only 23 thousandths of a second in front of Morodin. Into CP3, the gap is a little bit more open, to almost 2/10 of a second between him and the Chilean driver. Larens also trying to get into the mix, but getting really wide on the exit. That's going to potentially drop him. No, he remains into the top 3 fight, and he has still the 2 leaders within striking distance. Let's actually see how this shapes up. Coco remaining in the lead, Morodin with a little bit more momentum as they go into the final couple corners. Oh, huge mistake from Morodin, who rolls, catches air, and that ends his chances as Coco wins in front of Larens, Sedlev, Mixu, CC, 7, Aibo, and Holmes, making his top 8 appearance. That was an unfortunate mistake from Morodin to actually catch air with this bump and actually flip over with a huge crash, denying him a score of valuable points. And the screen's going to shape up, and Coco will retake the lead with 133 points. A real shuffle of the order each round, as we're going to be following. Let's actually follow Aibo a little bit for this round, currently sitting in P8 with 88 points. After CP1, it is going to be Morodin who takes the lead. Morodin still in front of Coco, it seems. Haxa currently sitting in P9, Haxa making a mistake, and that's going to allow for Aibo to potentially overtake him into CP3. Yes, he does. Aibo now up in P12. Let's actually go back to the lead battle. Coco still in the lead. 2/10 in front of Larens now. Larens having got back into the fight. Then it is Kroons and Mixu battling for the benefit of P3. Let's actually follow Kroons a little bit here. Mixu in P2 with 115 points. 1 point in front of Kroons. So the battle for P2 is still raging on there. Kroons is not making any mistake. Let's see who gets it. No, it's Mixu who will finish ahead of Kroons. And meanwhile, Coco wraps up map number 3 by winning it from Larens, Mixu, Kroons, CC, Morodin, 7, and Timania. So then, 183 points gives Coco map number 3. 3 out of 3. Currently, it is a clean sweep for the French driver. 158 points give... Oh no, 156 points from Mixu drops him to P3 with Larens only 2 points ahead. So after map 3, Coco ahead with 604 points in front of Larens with 532 in second place, and Morodin third with 506. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So after 3 maps rather, Coco is still in the lead with 604 points. Second is Larens with 532, and completing the podium is Morodin with 506. Kroons is 4th with 481, and completing the top 5 is Mixu with 450. 6th is Sedlev with 425. CC is 7th with 399. 7 is 8th with 382. 9th is Timania with 364, and completing the top 10 is Maxi with 312. From 11th to 20th downwards are Holmes, Haxe, Bootifara, Aibo, Casper, Blackwell, Lex, Toffel1, Tai Kamuna, and Sokar NL. From 21st to 23rd downwards are Drowning Skies, Norco, and Covin. So then on to map number 4, Mantra by Zombak. We're getting into the halfway point of the Smurf Cup, and it's still pretty much open. There's still some people that can actually grab a few decent point finishes. So then, the current local record is held by Coco with a 44.7 at 5, and again, another instance where the Dedimania is faster than the local record. Contact 43 holding the Dedimania record with a 44.738. So then, as we see, we still have a bit of an open gap. We got a 72-point gap between Coco and the second place Larens, but it's still pretty much all to play for. There are still 4 maps to run, and it could go one way or the other in those 4 maps. So then, we're going to be following Blackwell for the start of map number 4. First round of the 4th map is about to get underway, and Blackwell is going to be our spotter. Onto this left-hander. A little bit of a hump to transition to the drift. Oh, actually trying to go full speed for Blackwell didn't really go well. Sidlov getting the whole shot, but it is Kroons who's going to take the lead. Let's actually follow him a little bit. Kroons taking the lead from Coco. Coco getting into the fight once again, trying to get that bleed back. Kroons getting a little bit wide, allowing Coco, Larens, and Mixu potentially through. No, he actually retains P3 from Mixu, or could it be? Coco, meanwhile, opening a little bit of a gap to Larens. 1/10 of a second, potentially 2/10 of a second between it. No, it's down to 1/10. Larens potentially clawing back some ground. Larens with a bit of a better line. Could potentially overtake Coco for the lead here. Let's actually try to follow him a little bit. Follow the chaser of the lead. Coco, and in the final corner, it's going to be Coco who wins it in front of Larens, Kroons, Morodin, CC, Mixu, 7, and Maxi. Everybody else finishing their line as we see Norco going in the background. Blackwell P12, Arset P15, Holmes P17. And we see Norco finishing down in P20, and Sauerkraut Dick will unfortunately not be able to score any points, as he is all the way back at the start section. So then, after round 1, Coco still in the early lead with 50 points, Larens second on 45, and Kroons third on 41, which we're going to be following Kroons for the start of this round, going full speed in there, going really wide on the exit, and that's going to allow him to go to P4, but he clits the wall on the exit, and that's going to drop him back. Oh, and actually, Maxi making a huge mistake, and that's dropped him a long way back. He's going to be down into the depths of the top 20, and yeah, 23rd, there you go. Let's actually check the Larens. Larens is in the lead. Morodin is in 5th place. Coco currently in 2nd place, battling with Mixu, and potentially trying to catch the leader, Larens. So far, the Finn has control. Mixu also trying to get into the mix, potentially snatch P2 and potentially deny Coco having a tie with Larens. Into the final corner they go, and it is going to be Larens who wins it in front of Coco, Mixu, Sidlov, Morodin, 7, Kroons, and Taikamuna. As we see everybody else finishing their round, Casper overtaking Sauerkraut Dick for P20, yeah. 21 of course will be Sauerkraut Dick, and as we see Maxi finishing down in P22, unfortunately, with a huge mistake at the start of the race. So, tied lead, Coco and Larens joint first, then third is Mixu on 75 points, then 1 point behind Morodin, and 1 point behind him is Kroons. Let's actually follow a little bit further down. P9 is Taikamuna with 50 points. Let's actually see how he gets on. Currently in P11 after TP2, as we see a lot of people make mistakes there. Coco currently in the lead. Mixu in P4, Taikamuna making a mistake and clouding the wall, allowing a lot of people to get past, dropping down to P14. Let's actually try to check on the leaders. Mixu currently in P3. Coco still in front of Larens and Mixu. CC and Kroons actually getting into the top 5 battle here. Let's actually try to follow CC for a little bit. CC currently sitting in P4, Timania in P5. CC potentially harassing Larens for the benefit of P3. He's a little bit further back though than he should be, and he sees as though in front, Coco will get the round win in front of, actually a lot of crash, and it is Mixu who gets the round in front of Coco, Larens, Sidlov, CC, Timania, Morodin, and Kroons. What an utterly weird finish. Everybody crashing at the last corner. And in the end, it is Mixu who picks up the spoils and picks up his first round win of the night. Blackwell finishing in P16, Lex P17, Ibo P19. Some people did not manage to score any points. Meanwhile, Coco remains in the lead on 140 points in front of Larens, Mixu, Morodin, and Sidlov. as we follow CC for the start of this round in the Bandai Supra. Sedlev getting the whole shot once again after CP1. Larens now taking over the lead from Coco. Coco now over the lead in front of Larens and Krones. CC in P4. Sedlev and Timena battling for P5 and potentially harassing CC for P4. CC drops down to P5 as Sedlev overtook him. Krones still in third place. Larens and Coco battling for the lead. Currently, the advantage is to Larens. Let's actually follow Coco a little bit to see if he can catch him up. And he manages to overtake him. This could be important. This could decide the map win. As we see both drivers giving their all into the last corner, and it is going to be Coco who wins it by 0.06 of a second in front of Larens, Krones, CC, Sedlev, Mixu, 7, and Timania. Very nice finish from both of the drivers, and once again, another clean sweep. 4 out of 4 for Coco. Lex finishing in P21, missing out of the top 20 by a few seconds. As we see the final standings, 190 points for Coco gives him map number 4 in front of Larens on 181. As we check the first third, Coco still in the lead with 794 points in front of Larens on 713 and Morodin on 626. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after map number 4, Coco remains in the lead with 794 points. 81 points in front of Larens in second place with 713, and completing his podium is Morodin with 626. 1 point in front of his teammate Krones in P4. Completing the top 5 is Mixu with 609. 6th is Sedlev with 565, 7th is CC with 527, 8th is 7 with 498, 9th is Timena with 469, and 10th is Harse with 396. From 11th to 20th downwards are Maxi, Butifara, Holmes, Ibo, Casper, Blackwell, Lex, Taikamuna, Tofo1, and Spank Manager. From 21st to 25th downwards are Norco, Sorkar, Kova, Sauerkraut Dick, and Drowning Skies. On to map number 5, Silesia from Racho, a map that is characterized by being somewhat more technical than is usual than what we usually see of him in the Smurf Cup, and having a rather twisty first section. The first 2 checkpoints are really very much a snake. It's hairpin after hairpin after hairpin. We will be seeing that at the start. Coco currently holding the local record with a 51.880 and also holds the Dynamite with a 52.002. So it seems as though Coco has settled into the lead of this particular Smurf Cup with an 81 point gap between him and Larens. Everything could still go the other way, and Larens could still claw back, as there are still 3 maps to run, but still, it looks as though it is going to be a pretty well-controlled situation for him. Anyway, as we're going to be following Maxi for this round, the first round of map number 5. Hairpin 1 into hairpin number 2, and hairpin number 3, and incidentally checkpoint 2, and that's your start done for Racho. For Racho's Silesia. Currently, Larens holding the lead. That's actually trying to find him in the scoreboard and follow him. Larens now having dropped the lead to Coco and battling with Morodin and Mixu for P2. Currently, Mixu in the fight here. Larens with a bit of a better line, overtaking his fellow compatriot for P2. But Mixu is not having any of it, and nor is Morodin. Morodin wants a piece of the cake as well. Meanwhile, Coco currently controlling the lead with a 0.2 of a second gap between him, Mixu, and him and the back for P2. And Mixu with a bit of an ambitious line. Larens making a mistake, one of the rare mistakes from Larens. That drops him way back. And if we're going to be following Mixu a little bit here, Mixu dropping down to P3, and Coco will win the round in front of Morodin, Mixu, Krones, CC, 7, Larens, and Harse. Casper finishing down in P17, Blackwell P14, Takamuna P15, Ibo P16, Norco P18, Tofo1 P19, and Lex getting into the top 20 if I'm not mistaken. Sauerkraut Dick doing a little bit of BM, he will not be able to score any points. So then, after round number 1, Coco once again in the early lead in front of Morodin on 45 points and Mixu third on 41. We're going to be following the Finnish driver for this round. as we go into the first snake section, as I like to refer to. Sedlef getting the whole shot into CP1, but into CP2 it is going to be Coco who gets into the lead. And Larens now overtakes him after Coco has a little bit of a worse line on the exit. And Kroons also getting into the mix, so we've got a four-way fight between Coco, Larens, Kroons, and Mixu for the lead. Mixu with some really neat and tidy lines could potentially get a piece of the action if Larens tends to make a mistake, or if Coco drops out of the lead spectacularly, which doesn't really seem likely though. He seems to be controlling this really fine. 1.5 second gap. 1.5 tenth gap, sorry, between him and Larens. Larens having a bit of a white line, gets overtaken by Mixu, but he's fighting back. Kroons getting in the pitch of the action as well. Into the final corner they go. It's going to be over the line for P2. Coco will win in front of Mixu in Kroons, taking P3. Following a Larens, Settle, Butifara, 7, and CC. Everybody else finishing their round. Timania finishing down in P9. Uchi having joined the server as well. Red Extra leaving the server. Blackwell P17, Lex P18, Takamuna P19, and Sauerkraut Dick P20. So then, currently 2 round wins out of 2 for Coco. 100 points gives him the lead in front of Mixu on 86 and Kroons on 79. Larens down in 4th on 70 points only, as we're going to be following Butifara for a little bit here. Butifara getting into P11 after CP1, going really wide and dropping up actually to P9 after CP2, but it gets overtaken by Hasa, potentially overtaking Timania. It seems as though he makes it. The Uruguayan driver makes it and drops it into the top 8. There you go. Oh, actually making a mistake at the pipe and going straight on. That's really unfortunate. That could be a retirement here. Meanwhile, Coco and Mixu battling for the lead. Mixu could potentially... Oh, big mistake from Mixu. Oh, sorry for the bit of a slip up in the commentary there, but that wasn't to be noted. Mixu having made a huge mistake, and that's dropping him down to P5. Currently, it's going to be Larens chasing Coco. Coco controlling the lead superbly. 0.2 of a second between him and Larens. As they go into the final corner, it is going to be Coco once again who wins it. In front of Larens, Kroons will get into P4 behind Sedlef, and then following are Morodin, 7, Timania, and Holmes. Hasa finishing in P9, just shy of getting a top 8 finish into this round. Lex finishing in P19. Who will get to finish P20? We will not know. And will Uchi be able to make it to the line? It seems as though he will be. Or will he? No, he will not be able to. There is not enough time for him to get into the finish line. So unfortunately, no points for Uchi this round. We are on the potential final round. Only 30 points are needed for Coco to wrap the map up and clinch his 5th map win of the night. As we're going to be following Kroons for the beginning of this round. Kroons getting in P4 after CP1. Nice sight line to CP2. You see remain at that place as we're going to be enabling the names once again. And get the whole shot into CP3 and taking the lead for a brief moment there, but Coco is going to get back into his rightful spot. Morodin trying to harass his teammate as well, Mixu getting in the fight, Larens as well, so it's going to be Coco, Kroons, Morodin, Mixu, and Larens battling into the top 5, and now it's going to be a top 6, with CC getting into the mix as well. Oh, Kroons making a mistake, and that's going to drop him a lot of places. Let's actually follow a little bit one of the chasers here. Morodin currently harassing Coco for the lead. Coco now down to below 1/10 of a second of a gap between him and Morodin. Who's going to get the better line? It seems as though Coco drops a little bit of momentum through there, but onto the final corners they go. He still maintains his advantage beautifully, and he's going to be on course to score his first clean sweep map, and Larens gets it too close to Morodin, but he will not matter. Coco wins it for the Morodin, Larens, CC, Timania, Mixu, Maxi, and Sedlef. 200 points. 4 round wins out of 4, and 5 map wins out of 5 for Coco. He's going to be cementing his lead even further. It must be noted that it is a really incredible performance by Coco right now. 200 points. It's the first time that we have had happen 4 round wins out of 4 for Coco. So as we check the top 3, 994 points for Coco in the lead in front of Larens with 869, and Morodin is in 3rd with 774. We're going to check the full standings right after the map switch. So then after map number 5, Coco in the lead with 994 points, in front of Larens with 869, and completing the podium is Morodin on 774. Kroons is in 4th place with 768, and completing the top 5 is Mixu with 745. 6th is Sedlef with 696, 7th is CC with 657. 8th is 7 with 620. 9th is T-Mania with 587, and completing the top 10 is Halsa with 492. From 11th to 20th downwards are Maxi, Holmes, Butifara, Ibo, Casper, Blackwell, Lex, Taika Muna, Tofo, 1, and Sauerkraut Dick. From 21st to 27th downwards are Norco, Spec Manager, Sokar, Kova, Drowning Skies, Vela Willett, and Utje. So then, onto map number 6, which could potentially be the decisive map for this Smurf Cup. Hold Slime Express from React, one of the more technical maps of this particular map pack, despite not having a really decent flow for what it is. Current local record held by Coco with a 48.492, and the current Daily Mania record held also by Coco with a 48.592. So only 1/10 of a second between the best local and the best Daily Mania time. So then, the gaps have increased quite a bit. So far we have, let's see, 994, 869. It seems as though we got a 125 point gap between Coco and Larens for the win. Let's actually try to follow someone that's closer towards the front of the pack. Let's actually try to follow 7 a little bit for this round. We have followed him a little bit during map 1. We're going to be following him a little bit now, as Mixu gets the whole shot into CP1. Could he potentially retain the lead? The answer is yes, he gets into CP2 in the lead, but now it is going to be CC who takes the lead amazingly. Where is Coco though? It seems as though Coco is a little bit further down. Yeah, it's not his map, it's down in P12. He's going to have to try and catch a lot of ground back up. That could potentially be the map for Larens to make a comeback and mount a challenge to potentially deny Coco victory. As we're going to try and check back on the leaders in a little bit, as we see Larens behind Kroons and CC now being overtaking him. Coco down in P4 actually. Coco overtaking Larens and CC for P2. Could he potentially go for the lead here? We're approaching the final corners of the map. And no, yes, actually Coco gets the win after being down in P12 for so long. Coco wins in front of Kroons, CC, Larens 7, Mixu, Morodin, and Holmes. Butifara finishing in P16, Ivo P13, Blackwell P15, everybody else finishing their round nice and easy. Lex finishing down in P22, Norco getting its first top 20 finish. Man, oh man, well, I didn't expect Coco to come back that well. Uchi unfortunately a little bit too far behind, he will not be able to score any points. So then Coco once again in the early lead of the map with 50 points in front of Kroons and CC this time around. Let's actually follow the organizer, Harse, for this round. Into this jump transition, then snap out into this full speed section, then use that transition to initiate the drift. And so far it is Timinia who actually got the whole shot, and he's in the battle for the top 5 here. Let's actually see. He's a little bit further behind now. We see Morodin currently in the lead in front of Larens, Mixu, and CC, as well as Kroons into the mix. Timinia currently into P8. Butifara overtaking him, Maxi as well. Maxi currently sitting in P6 and battling with Timania and Butifara to retain that place. Maxi making a mistake, and actually Coco making a huge comeback here. He may have been slow in the opening sections, but he is a stonker when it comes to the final part. Oh no, actually making a huge mistake. That's it. His challenge is done. Larens will take the win of the round in front of Mixu, CC, Kroons, Maxi, and we haven't actually the rest of the top 8. We're gonna have to wait. So Maxi P5, and it seems as though Banana Casper will not be able to make it to the finish. Please, you have... So, Maxi P5, Morodin P6, Holmes 7th, and Ibo 8th. Larens, Mixu, CC, Kroons, Maxi. And yeah. Unbelievable mistake from Coco, who has actually clouded the inside wall, and he got sent into a mad spin, and he will not be able to score as much points as he would have liked, and that will drop him out of the lead. Who is going to be in the lead? It's going to be Larens, who jumps straight into the leader position. Coco down in 5th with 72 points. Larens in 1st with 88 points. Let's actually follow Holmes for this round, currently sitting in P7 with 62 points. After CP2, who's going to be into the lead? It is going to be T-Mania once again, and it seems as though we have a little bit of a connection issue. It seems as though my ping is a little bit out of whack. We're going to have to see that. That's a little bit... Yeah, my ping is a little bit out of whack. I'm really sorry about that. Meanwhile, Coco has managed to get back into the fight and actually managed to get the section correctly after 2 failures during the first 2 rounds. Battling currently with Larens for the lead. Coco now taking the advantage over Larens half a tenth between him and the Finnish driver. Onto the final couple corners they go. Coco stretching a little bit of advantage. He could potentially get the win, and he will get the win. Coco in front of Laurens, Moroden, CC, 7, Boutifara, Kroons, and Holmes. Now the question is, will he be able to claw back what he actually lost out to Laurens? The question is pretty... No, the answer it is pretty unlikely. Tofo going P20. T-Mania down in P18, unfortunately. That was really unfortunate for the German driver. Days in 87 will not be able to score any points. He's a little bit too further behind, I mean, compared to where he should be. So then, Laurens still in the lead on the 133 points. Coco jumping back to P2, just 11 points behind Coco. Now he needs for Laurens to finish no higher than 4th or lower in order to get map number 6. That's a bit of a tall ordeal, but anything can happen in Trackmania, and usually does. Currently, Laurens in the lead. In front of CC, Kroons, Boutifara, and T-Mania. Let's actually check on Coco to see where he is. He must have made a mistake. He's down behind Days in 87. He's down in P22. So that's going to be map win for Laurens. For Laurens, if he doesn't make any silly mistakes like this one, dropping down first place to CC, and Moroden could potentially get it overtaken for P2. We're going to have to see how it goes out. Meanwhile, let's actually check the middle of the pack. We see Kroons currently sitting P5 behind Blackwell, and watching the battle for the lead unfold. Currently, there's Laurens in the lead, and it seems that they will remain in the lead, as CC will potentially try to overtake him over the line, but it does not matter. Laurens will win map number 6 and deny the full clean sweep of maps for Coco. So it is Laurens in front of CC, Moroden, Kroons, T-Mania, Blackwell, Maxi, and Boutifara for your top 8 after round number 4. Boy, oh boy. CC must be, Coco must be kicking over himself pretty hard after what he actually just dropped. He pretty much dropped the ball on this map and could potentially allow Laurens to mount a comeback. Although we have to see how everything shakes up in the final round, in the final map. So yeah, Laurens winning with 183 points and Coco down in P5 after this round. So Coco remains in the lead with 1,136 points. The second, Laurens on 1052, and third is Moroden on 922. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after map number 6, entering the final map then, 1,136 points for Coco in the lead, in front of Laurens with 1052. The battle can still be on mathematically for the win. Then third is Moroden with 922 points. Kroons is 4th with 921, and completing the top 5 is Mixu with 870. 6th is CC with 822, 7th is Sedlev with 772, 8th is 7 with 730, 9th is T-Mania with 690, and completing the top 10 is Maxi with 596. 10th equal actually with Hasse. From 12th to 20th downwards then are Holmes, Boutifara, Aibo, Casper, Blackwell, Lex, Taikamuna, Tofo, and Sauerkraut Dick. From 21st to 28th downwards are Norco, The Wallet, Utje, Spank Manager, Soka, Kova, Drowning Skies, and Days in 87. On to the final map then, the most technical of it all, with a pretty tricky start. Don't Text Meet by Vinny. The current local record is held by Laurens on a 50.498, and the current T-Mania is held by Vinny himself with a 50.638. And so then, we're going to be entering the final map. This is where it all unfolds for SmurfsCup number 365. Remember, this is going to be the final SmurfsCup before a 2-week break, so no SmurfsCup on the 10th and the 17th of August. We're going to be back with the action on the 24th. As we see everybody finishing the warm-up, we're going to be filming Blackwell for this particular round. Map number 4 about to start. Here we go. The battle for the win is on. As they funnel down into that tight gap, you can see it's pretty much a tightrope-like start with a bit of a tight drift that people seem to get wrong, as Blackwell has just showed us. Laurens currently has got the whole shot. Let's actually see if we can follow someone who's a bit closer to the lead. Let's actually follow Coco here. Coco currently sitting in 3rd behind Kroons and Laurens. Mixu getting into the mix as well, but Coco having much better line, retains his 3rd place and could potentially harass Kroons for P2. He overtakes him for P2. He's not going to be harassing his opponent for most of the Smurf Cup. Laurens currently sitting in the lead. Onto the final portion they go. The finish is in sight for Laurens, for him to take the early lead for the first time. Another few corners to go. Currently 1.5 tenths between him and Coco. It seems as though the gap is well maintained. It is going to be Larens who wins the first round in front of Coco, Kroons, Mixu, Sedlov, Morodin, CC, and 7. But another Casper going ahead to finish the round. 15 seconds left on the clock. Finishing down in P17. Maxi P14, Blackwell, Maxi P13, Blackwell P14, Bootyfara P15. Dazen 87 will be a little bit too far to score points, same as aim for Tofo 1. Lex finishes in P17 and scores points. So then, Larens in the early lead with 50 points in front of Coco on 45 and Kroons on 41. Let's actually follow Morodin for this round. Morodin negotiating the attack start pretty nicely. Onto this tight drift they go, and really wide on the exit, but still makes it. Kroons, having got a stonking start, gets the lead, and he's going to be followed by Mixu, Coco, and Morodin. Coco having made a little bit of a wide line, though. Let's actually see where he falls down. He falls down way back in the pack. He's down in P7. He's going to try to catch up as much points as he can to stop Larens from denying him the win in SmurfsCup number 365. Blackwell with an ambitious line unfortunately drops down a lot of places. Promotes Coco into the top 5. Currently Kroons still in the lead. Half a second gap. Oh! Coco with a nice 360 or potentially a 720, but drops behind Timania for P6 and potentially behind Haxa for P7. What a nice stun from here. He was lucky not to actually be forced to respawn and drop any further places, but still, it is going to be Kroons who gets the win in front of Morodin, Larens, 7, Timania, Coco, Haxa, and Mixu. There you go. I should congratulate Coco for this stunt because that was truly amazing to see. Anyway, so Dazen 87 scoring points, yeah, finishing in P21. So then, after this round, it is a shared lead between Kroons and Coco, actually. Between Kroons and Larens, both on 91 points. Morodin shared third with Coco with 79 points. So it is going to be a pretty pivotal moment here, as we see everybody getting through nicely. Kroons having another stonking start, taking the lead from his teammate and Coco now. Coco behind Kroons, then Larens third, Morodin fourth, Blackwell fifth. React getting into the mix as well, but having a bit of an ambitious line. He's going to drop down a lot of places. No, actually remains into the top 4 fight. That's actually trying to follow him. He actually joined it a little bit later than the game, actually. React currently sitting in P4, a little bit further behind the lead pack, and it seems as though it is going to be a lead change. Larens and potentially Kroons. No, Coco still remains in the lead. Let's actually try to check in on him a little bit. Battling with Larens for P1. Only 5 thousandths of a second at the second to final checkpoint. As they get into the final corner, who is going to get it? It is going to be Coco Larens. It is Coco for 200ths of a second in front of Larens, React, Morodin, Sidlov, 7, Timania, and Blackwell. Mixu finishing in 17th, Maxi 16th, Lex 18th, Tofo 1 finishing into the top 20, I'm guessing. Uche scoring in points with top 20, Tofo P19, yeah, there you go, so he was into the top 20. So then we are approaching the final round. 136 points for Larens will give him the lead in front of Kroons, and actually Coco jumps Kroons to P2 with 129 points. Morodin is third shared with Kroons on 117, as we're going to be following Coco for this one, the potential winner of this Smurf Cup. As we see, oh, both mistakes there. Actually, Maxi making a huge mistake as well, flipping at the same exact place as Coco, as we see Coco dropping down into P18. We're going to have to see how this has an effect on the final score. Let's actually try to check in on the leaders now. Larens battling with Mixu for the lead. Mixu dropping a little bit further behind. Kroons in P3, Morodin P4, 7 in P5. Let's actually follow Kroons a little bit here. Chasing Mixu for P2 and overtaking Mixu for P2. And potentially catching Larens for the lead and the win of the final round. Larens maintaining a 2/10 of a second gap between him and Kroons. Into the final section they go. The final few checkpoints. And it is going to be Larens who wins the map and the round in front of Kroons, Mixu, Morodin, Sedlov, Blackwell, CC, and 7. Let's actually try to check in on Coco where he finished. He seems to have finished as well, and it is going to be the GG's out. And if we check the results... Fuck. And if you check the results, it is gonna be Coco, your winner of SmurfsCup 365 with 1,265 points. So then, we're gonna be checking the gonna have a full standings rundown. No, 1,291 points, sorry. With final score for Coco, who wins SmurfsCup number 365. We're gonna be having a full run on the full standings right after the map switch. So then, here are your final standings for SmurfsCup 365. Coco, your winner with 1,291 points. Clarence in second place with 1,238. Completing the podium is Kroons with 1,083. Moto in fourth with 1,077. And completing the top 5 is Mixu with 993. Only the top 4 drivers have made it past the 1,000 points barrier. 6th is CC with 926. 7th is Sidlef with 904. 8th is 7 with 862. 9th is Timania with 806, and completing the top 10 is Harsa with 687. Maxi 11th with 677, 12th Holmes with 670, 13th Iba with 632, 14th Bootiflower with 617, Blackwell 15th with 547, Casper 16th with 539, Lex 17th with 395, Tuffle 18th with 254, Taikamuna 19th with 225, and Norco 20th with 103. Only the top 20 actually 21 drivers have scored over 100 points, with Sauerkraut Dig being in 21st. Then 22nd Uche with 73, Vela Wallet with 66 is 23rd, 24th is Days in 87 with 45, React 25th with 41, Spec Manager 26th with 38, Sokar 27th with 28 points, 28th Kova with 22 points, and dead last, Drowning Skies in 29th place with 13 points. So then, that is it for SmurfsCup number 365. I hope you guys have enjoyed the cast as much as I did. And yeah, as I said, this is going to be the start of a 2-week break for the SmurfCup. We will be back with the action on August the 24th. Same time, same channel, August 24th, SmurfCup number 366. Do not miss that. So again, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you all next time. Godspeed, people!